Hello and good evening, everyone. Today, I am back to you with another episode of Wow Women, where we celebrate empowered women authors. And today on this panel, I have with me Dr. Tamanna Khosla, who is the author of Personal Laws in India. And with her, I have Minakshi Kumar, ma'am, who is the author of In the Game of Love. Dr. Tamanna, how are you?
I'm very well. In this climate of COVID, you can expect us to be it's a very
Yeah,
difficult thing because we all are working from home and everything, but still, because of our work and everything, that keeps us busy. So, and we are interested in writing. That's the best part about authors, so
yeah,
that they don't take rest for a single minute. We kind of keep writing, using work constantly. So,
yeah.
I guess that keeps us busy. So I guess COVID hasn't had that effect on us because we are still writing. So yeah.
Yeah. Meenakshi Kumar, ma'am, how have you been?
Yeah, I think COVID, like, of course, whatever had been the sad part of COVID, but then I personally enjoyed my free time and I
Okay.
could take a lot out of it. So COVID time had been really, I would say, the time that I really utilized. I
Nice.
also I could finish a book, in fact, in this time. So I came out with a short story collection,
Wow.
Kaleidoscope of Life. So it was like, I mean, that time you were totally undisturbed. There was no activity, so you had time for yourself.
Perfect. Okay. Now that since we are here in the show Wow Women, where we are celebrating Women's Day and women authors, Dr. Tamanna, my first question to you is, you have reached a certain stature in your life, personally and professionally. What have your hurdles been? And while you explain your hurdles, please also tell me what are the joys that have surrounded being a woman for you.
Sure, sure. I mean, I had a very extremely protected environment in my home. I have two elder siblings who are like sisters, so I didn't have a brother. But my parents were extremely protective about us, and you are in school. You're like just in a bubble. You're
Yeah,
protected. So is when I was studying in LSR political science. So I followed that line actually, but I'll just get back to that particular aspect when our interview proceeds. So that again is a protected place, because you get a lot of chance to explore your capabilities, and you get along with teachers. But while doing your PhD, that becomes a lonely journey,
yeah,
because you have those problems of doing a PhD. It's not an easy thing to do because
yeah,
you have to do everything yourself. MPhil still 2 years are there, so you are in touch with your guide and everything. But PhD becomes a very difficult, lonely journey, and you have to pass it. So
yeah,
I guess that is the whole thing. And then the job part of it, as a woman who was talking about feminism and who was concerned about women issues, it became kind of difficult to express what I was going through, because you have to face harassment of certain kinds at certain positions, which you don't want others to go through. So
yeah,
you pick up a pen, then you have to do it non-violently. You can't just fight people all the time. You have to do it non-violently, and I got it into my mind that I'll do it in a philosophical way, because uh, I'm specialized in political philosophy. So I said I'll do it philosophically through my pen, and that's when I picked up my pen and I was like, no, 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 I am empowered. I have done my PhD and I'm going to start writing. And that's when Vitasta came in. They trusted my um, uh, script, and they felt that I could do a good job. So I'm really thankful to them for that. And then I wrote several other books, but like this is the first book, so it's very close to me.
that's that. That is wonderful to hear. The book part, not what happened before.
Yeah, yeah.
Meenakshi ma'am, did you face the similar experience? And I can easily ask that question because I know that be it academia or outside of it, a lot of women face the harassment that comes with it. How was your experience
Uh,
personally or professionally?
well, I don't think, I mean, I consider myself fortunate in that manner. I did not come across any such kind because I did my graduation from College of Business Studies. So we had all boys and male friends, and they were very cooperative. I personally did not go through. Maybe the subtle things exist, but then maybe you learn to grow with it. And I was, to be frank, I didn't revolt against that, or in the sense things happened, but I was concentrating on my work more, and then I stayed there for some time, probably. But this subtle harassment did exist, and for that, then you, because I, as I said, I was not very revolting kind, so I thought the best way is to keep to yourself. And the writing, maybe that took me to writing, because
Yeah,
there uh, you know, first is like, you being a house, I mean, being a lady, you have a greater responsibility for looking after your home also. So as
yeah,
long as you are with your like mother and somebody to look after you, you can continue to work. And the moment you come on your own and you have a own family, you become the manager for the family, I would say. And there, the responsibility of managing a home takes a toll, kind of. So here you have to decide. This is a dilemma. Probably
yeah,
this is the reason I came up with this novel, to bring out this issue. So, but as such, very like I wouldn't say that it was very obvious kind of harassment, but then subtle, it goes on. You know, people
yeah,
who succumb to that line, they are more successful. Maybe who just try to be with themselves, they are facing hardships. So
yeah,
at the time when we were working, yes, it was all the more. But now people have become more vocal. Girls have become more vocal about it. So maybe everybody knows it. So that's maybe a good part of it.
yeah. Tamanna ma'am, you talked about how you got into writing as a revolt. Was that the only factor, or were there, other motivations, inspirations, or factors involved in this
Yeah,
scene?
because Alicia, I was interested in several issues. Like I was interested in international relations. I was interested in comparative religion, comparative politics, then political theory. Then I was interested in Indian politics. So there were several areas, and obviously feminism was there. So I was interested in several areas, and now after finishing my PhD, first of all, this is a product of my PhD. But everybody with Asta, like they suggested me to include all the minorities in India. So I did that accordingly, as I followed their advice, and I went about interviewing people and everything. That was my first. That was product of my PhD. Now what I write is my passion. So
Yeah,
like my passion on those issues, and like how I think about it, and that's the best way. You can't, there's no other way to express yourself rather than so now I have become a professional writer.
yeah.
So so yeah.
Okay. Meenakshi ma'am, was it similar for you? Was it a mode of expression, or was there some other scenario?
Well, I would say the my story goes in a different way, just the opposite way. Because I
Okay.
was I was a business management graduate. I was with the corporate. I realized that this work and home balance is very difficult, and then other reasons may had been the factors why I took to homemaking. And then I realized homemaking, there are areas to count. I mean, to counter. First is your food and cooking. That's the
Yeah.
major area that you have to look after. So I did a book on nutritional cooking, everyday
Okay.
vegetarian cooking.
Hmm.
So that was done by Rupa Publications. After that,
Okay.
then I realized it's so difficult being at home, and your creativity is dying, and then all these problems I realized. Then I came up with this novel, uh, The Game of Love. Thus,
Yeah.
people, we just brainstorm to get the title right, to express exactly, what we wanted to convey. Because the
Hmm.
time when this came out, not many people would be convinced with the idea of household work.
Yeah.
And after that, now like especially the pandemic conditions has brought out this issue very like this issue surface in the forefront, and people have started to recognize there's so much of work, at the household level that's called
Yeah.
unpaid care work. And
Yeah.
in fact, at the international level also, I've had a presentation at Geneva where I talked about this, referring to my
Mm.
novel. And now I'm so happy to share with you that we, like International Alliance of Women, we are 41 countries are member organization. I mean, member representative there.
That's
So there we have
wonderful.
had this resolution, care economy, putting
Yeah.
people and planet before profit. So
Yeah.
then and then after that, I'm doing now. I got into PhD on gender studies with IGNOU. I got through this exam. So now I will be doing PhD. So my journey had been just the opposite of what Tamanna has gone through.
That's so wonderful to
So,
hear that you're going for your dreams. That's good to hear.
yeah.
Um, Dr. Tamanna, please tell us something about your book, Personal Laws in India. What kind of research you had to do? What consists in the what's there in the book? Something about it.
Yeah, so in this, I have discussed, the issues of multiculturalism and feminism in India, as well as theoretical perspectives existing right now addressing this particular issue in world by theorists and
Hmm.
philosophers. And so I have looked at it from the perspective of as an individualist, and as a woman who is concerned about certain issues. And so I looked at communities in India, the Buddhists, the Sikhs, um, uh, Jews, Parsis, Christians, Muslims, and how culture can restrict them or can empower them in certain ways. Which are the cultures which are empowering? Which are the cultures, and in to how much, you can't be biased. Many times people say that a certain culture is demeaning women, but there can be certain other perspectives where those cultures might be better than the ones which you are existing. So you have to constantly question yourself before
Yeah.
writing a book. You have to be truthful, that this is not present in your culture right now, and probably you can borrow it from them.
Yeah.
I guess the whole concept of borrowing from other cultures is very important, because that way we can make a world which is very healthy,
Yeah.
because we can buy stuff. That would be one of my books actually. We can buy from certain traditions, we can buy from certain philosophies, and that coming together, there could be something like something called like spiritual democracy, where we can have the best from all the cultures, as well as from the, be it any place of the world, we can have the best. And we can constitutionally put it in the culture, because constitutions has to be reviewed, you know so for example, after 20 years, it might not be the situation might not be the same. So it might be very different from what is it right now. So constitution needs to change according to the structure of, the way your technology is developing. 20 साल पहले हमारी ये टेक्नोलॉजी नहीं था. So
Yeah.
we were very different earlier. The generation earlier was different from the generation now. So,
Yeah.
20 years now, when they'll be in their 40s or 50s, then, the system would be very different,
Yeah.
because technology would have developed in a very fast pace. So,
Yeah.
I guess then issues would be different, and then challenges also would be different. So,
Yes. Thank you, ma'am, for telling us about personal laws. Meenakshi, ma'am, what is the plot synopsis of In the Game of Love? What if, as a reader, what can I expect from the book?
Yeah, as you as I've been talking
Yes.
all this while, it talks about the dilemma of a woman, an educated woman, to choose
Yeah.
between a career and a home. Now, literature again is it's a manifestation of society. Like words express a human being. Somebody rightly said. Similarly, literature expresses a society. So it mirrors the current situation, the society when women are getting educated. At the time of independence, when only 22% women were educated, and now we have like women in all areas. But
Yes.
at this stage, the problem that every woman is facing is not just in India, it's world over. This whole home care work, this household work, this care activity. Because
Yeah.
traditionally women had been doing it. And
Yeah.
this work has been invisible. The approach of society towards this work has been really appalling. We never give value to this work. So even if somebody is working outside, she has to do double the work
Yeah.
because it's a very difficult situation for any girl, any woman. So this is the basic plot of my story.
Mm.
That
Okay.
a woman, when yeah, she's in a very high position, she's earning very maybe more than her husband, but then she decides because she feels that this household work is important, and
Yeah.
she steps back, and that's what two steps back, and she prefers to stay at home. But then, when society mistreats her for
Yeah.
this noble decision of her, so that is
Yeah.
the time it strikes that what am I doing? Am I doing the right thing? Shall I fall into the rat race and be a contender with rest of the like members? Like, of course, the male members, mostly it's the
Yeah.
male population that you have to be in competition with. But then what will happen to the family? What will happen to the future generations that you said? No, we
Yeah.
have to make dreams for our children. By,
Yeah.
a mother educates a child. She, by being with a child, she takes care of every small needs and things. And that is what it creates the base for the child to grow up confidently and face this world after.
Yes. Um, I think you have touched on really important topics, but sadly, they have been important for the last so many years because I see around me and things haven't changed. And if I ask my mother, things there too, her situation is the same. So it's not like something is changing with the generations changing. But hopefully, let's
Absolutely.
hope for a better future. Let's hope that in the future that doesn't happen. Maybe the next generation that comes here and talks, they will not have to face these issues.
Yes.
uh, Dr. Tamanna, what is your message to the women who are watching this?
I guess they should not be scared of anything, and they should pursue their dreams, be it in any field. They can do miracles. They
Yeah.
can manage household work as well as their parents, marital as well as like the married areas, and they can really go through any kind of harassment which the community face hushes upon them, or it is your be it your household, be it your marital household, or be it your maternal household, any kind of harassment women should face and rise above it and break the creamy layer and
Yeah.
come up in a big way, because they can. They are capable, they are very capable. So they can
Yeah.
come through, and when we have faced it and we've come through, they also can. We are writing for them,
Yeah.
so that the same thing they don't face.
Yes.
So I guess they are in a better environment than we are facing, because we are different. We
Yeah.
are facing it differently,
Yes.
and our reactions are different. So probably men or women, for example, who are following the same rat race, rat not the rat race, but the um, same the herd mentality, what
Yes.
you would call, so they would, anybody who is different is looked in a very different manner. Why is she behaving in a particular manner? Why is she being so
Yeah.
oversensitive? But that's because you're a thinking human being. We all are, men, women, we are thinking human beings. If we give them the right ideas, if we
Yeah.
tell them that, this is what our idea, and they would definitely, they're human beings. As human
Yeah.
beings, we have the same soul. The soul
Yes.
has no gender. So if,
Yeah.
as human beings, if we make them understand that this is causing us distress, what are
Yeah.
you doing? So I guess that would be a very helpful gesture which we can do as writers. And
Yeah.
Vitasta is doing a very good deal with the books and novels. So I congratulate them a lot. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you so much, ma'am, for coming. We seem to have lost Meenakshi, ma'am, because of some internet glitches or something. But thank you, Tamanna, ma'am. so much for taking out your precious time and coming. Thank you, Meenakshi ma'am, also for I thank her also for coming. It's been wonderful knowing your stories. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Alicia. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Okay, with that, I'll sign off. Tomorrow we'll be back with another two empowered women voices. Till then, bye bye.
Bye.